This video will look at the formation of a wave cut notch and a wave cut platform. And again, thinking about those exam questions we could be asked, they could ask you step by step to explain the formation of this feature, or maybe explain the diagrams and the step-by-step formation of this feature. Alternatively, they could provide you with an image or a diagram that you have to label or annotate. So let's just outline the characteristics of a wave cut platform before we begin looking at the formation of this particular coastal feature. So from the cliff face towards the sea, wave cut platforms have a gentle slope at an angle of about 3 to 4 degrees. They are usually bare rock and exposed during low tide, and are covered at high tide when the waves obviously come further inland and potentially reach the bottom of the cliff face. You can have some deep cracks in some places throughout these wave cut platforms, but typically it tends to be bare rock, which is relatively smooth due to the erosional process of abrasion. So let's get started then with how a wave cut notch and then wave cut platform is formed. Step 1 in the formation of this coastal feature is when erosion is concentrated between high and low tide, where you have a cliff face that meets the sea. When the sea approaches this cliff face, unfortunately the bottom of the cliff face, or the base of the cliff, receives a lot of erosion, such as hydraulic action and abrasion to be more specific. These forms of erosion over time cause cracks in the base or bottom of the cliff face to begin to appear. Step 2 in the formation of a wave cut notch is then when this continued erosion at the base of the cliff causes these cracks to actually get bigger, and unfortunately causes the rock to break away and collect at the base of the cliff. During high tide, destructive waves will remove this material and transport it further along the coastline, and the cliff is now left with what we call a wave cut notch at its base. Step 3 in the formation is when we start to see the wave cut notch enlarging, and unfortunately due to heavy erosion, that hydraulic and action and abrasion taking place, the notch becomes so large that the cliff above the notch is left unsupported, and due to gravity weighing this material down and pulling on this material, it will eventually break away and fall into the sea or onto the beach, causing a steep drop of the cliff to be created. Step 4 is when we then have this continual sequence of a wave cut notch being created, then the cliff collapsing, and the cliff face will gradually retreat back. And in its place, what we will start to see is a gentle sloping rocky platform being created, which we call a wave cut platform. Alternatively, in a GCSE exam, you could be provided with an image of a coastal feature and asked to label characteristics of, in this case, a wave cut platform. So I would start off here by actually labeling the actual wave cut platform by directly pointing at that feature on the photograph. And then I would start to add characteristics, thinking back to my wider geographical knowledge and this idea that we have bare rock exposed at low tide, and that the actual wave cut platform itself in this particular photograph is exposed due to that low tide and the fact that the sea is actually further out